I served the indigenous people of Biafra in Vietnam as a national coordinator. Ndewo, Umuchineke. Ndewo, Onyeisi.
Ndewo. Thank you very much. Thank you very much, Maz. Thank you. You're really doing a great work. That is the voice of our one of us. Thank you. Without wasting more time, let me quickly go to Maz. Maz Dennis, can you hear me?
Yes, Onishi, loud and clear.
Okay, go ahead. Introduce yourself to the world.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good night, great people, dear friends. I want to thank you so much, Mazi Oscar Okeke, our Asian rep, for the good work that you have been doing. And I must not forget to thank Nwachineke, who has been working assiduously, that we are using his platform to disseminate this message to the global. I heard from Oshishomangwa, Aba, precisely in Biafra land. My names are Dennis Eze Davison. By the special grace of God, I am the national coordinator here in Singapore. All the family here bring greetings to you all. Oishi, I hand you over the microphone. Thank you.
Thank you very much. That is a wonderful introduction from our national connector in Singapore. Thank you. Lovers of freedoms and Biafrans, I don't know, wherever you domicile, please give us your listening ears. Those people in Biafran land, especially in motherland, please, before you are going to church, I want you to pay attention, because there is things we brought to you, and there is things we want to deliberate with some issues that is happening in Biafran land and also in Zoological Republic. Please, I would like everyone to pay attention, because we want to enter in a topic, today's topic, that we say so-called Northern Elders Forum say that they are not in support of releasing our leader. Sometimes a lot of things are happening unnoticed. These evil men may come out and say whatsoever they want, and some of our people, or majority of our people, will read it as a caption in newspaper. They will not think about it. They may say, this Eldering Forum, Northerners Eldering Forum, whatever. There's nothing much on them. The person will now just move on, as majority always do, move on. But in reality, whatsoever they said, they will go behind scene to work it out. That is why we decided to bring this information to the table, into the limelight, that our people will see exactly what is ongoing. The same people that are even saying early June, July this year, that Biafran should pack and go. They are even tired of staying with the Biafrans. Tomorrow, they now have our leader in their domain. The whole story changed. We need to analyze these people, these Northerners, so-called Northerners Eldering Forum, and they are so-called advocate, their letter and the publicity and the advocacy chairman, or whatever they call him. What's the name of that man? Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed. Sometimes we now listen to ourselves, what prepare these people saying what they're saying? That our leader should not be released. We need to ask ourselves, what prepared these people to say these things? Did someone somewhere compel them? to say what they said, or from their inner circle they decided to, after their due consultations, they finalized for their cabal's interests that our leader should not be released. We need to look at this thing very critically and analyze why these people say what they said on November 29th. I will say it exactly what they said. This man called Baba Ahmed, that is Northerners Elders Forum, according to his word, he said that there were neither a safe, constructive, nor informed grounds for granting the request, and advised the imposter in Asolok, that is Buhari, not to delay in announcing that the judiciary process in the case of our leader, Mazen Nnamdi Kanu, would be allowed to run its course. Quoted the so-called Dr. Henkin, Baba Ahmed. So now someone will ask, what propelled this man to say what he said? And assuming some white man or our friends all over the world will be listening to what these people are saying, he may think these people, oh, he's a doctor. Wow, he's a doctor. Imagine what they said. Oh, maybe these people is very, very intelligent people. Wow, they now demanded judiciary process. If the white man or lovers of freedom that don't know what is going on, the person might be thought or even thinking that our people don't want to face justice. The person may even thinking our leader have committed one atrocity without knowing that these people went to Kenya, abducted somebody that is not even their citizen, not even hold their citizen as a passport. After abducting that person, they hold the person in incommunicado. The same evil people that went to another country to steal, to abduct, to kidnap someone, I even open their dirty mouth and saying judicial process. What an iron. It's all these things we are looking into. When the international people, maybe they don't know the story, they will look at his name, said, oh, Baba Ahmed is a doctor. But now you begin to understand, after we finish our analysis in this man called Baba Ahmed, you will now doubt where he got that certificate that made him as a doctor. Because all these men are lunatic. The so-called bunch of Northerners Elders Forum, I don't know how these evil men are reasoning. Sometimes you thought they are reasonable people. Sometimes you thought these people are educated people, or truly they are rare elderly statesmen. But from their recent comments, it looks that these men, they are only bunch of cowards. I will explain in greater details for people to understand what I'm saying. How can a group of men, elderly men, that form Northerners Elderly Forum, even we now thinking they are educated people, we sit down and draft one of the most useless press conference, or one of the useless comments, unguided comments. How can this man called Baba Ahmed, doctor, say that he advising the Abuja imposter that they should not release our leader, that our leader should go judicial process? Now, This is the area we IPOB always have problem with Northerners. We don't have problem about judiciary process. We have problem of Northerners hypocrisy. We have problem of their lies. We have problem of their elderly not knowing that he is elderly. He now speaking with both tongue, both sides. How can this man called Dr. Baba Ahmed say that our leader must face judicial process? Question to this man, I want whosoever listen to me to go and ask this man a question. Before you talk about judiciary process, how did our leader come back to Zoological Republic? Did he enter flight, buy his ticket, then travel back to the Zoological Republic? Then DSS went down in his house and arrested him. Is it that if that one should be the case, he will be able to face whatsoever judicial process or whatsoever you may call it? When someone travel in another sovereignty nation, you went that place and abduct that person and brought it to your country, believing that nothing will happen to you. Hold the person incommunicado. And they're talking about judicial process. What a shame. You need to remove that certificate that qualify you as a doctor. You're not qualified to answer as a doctor. A very shameful human being. How can somebody that calls himself a doctor, you see all the shenanigans you people display before world leaders, before the international community, disgracing yourself? Even you now become, if people say, like our leader said, he say, you're shaming me. Because what you prefer now is telling people that anybody that holding doctoral degree is one of the most stupid people or imbecile. Because somebody that is an academic like yours will not display the level of ignorance you displayed. I'm very, very ashamed. How can someone that calls himself a doctor, we now saying that our leader need to face judicial process, whereas he really knew that our leader was abducted from another sovereignty nation, in addition to Zoological Republic. If these people are intellectual, he will not even make these unguided works, because there is no way you will now enter another sovereignty nation, abduct someone that place, somebody that did not even hold their own passport and brought it to Zoological Republic. And if you open your dirty mouth and talking about judicial process, I don't know how these men are reasoning. And they call themselves the elderly statesmen. And I hope the whole world can see the type of elderly statesmen we have. Because you cannot tell me that these people are real elderly statesmen that can reason like this. People, that is other people say that people live in white in a glass house or white in glass house don't need to throw stone. But imagine what Northerners elderly forum are doing, even encouraging that our leader will not be released. Let me ask you one more question before I will now go to my colleagues here, because they have a lot of, they are loaded. They have a lot of things they want to chip in. My question to this man that called himself Baba Ahmed, doctor. If we push us more, we now ask you, even our leader have made it abundant clear. Who is in Asrock? Where is Buhari? We asking you, Dr. Ahmed, Baba Ahmed, where is Buhari? You said our leader needs a judicial process. We agree, but we ask you a question. Where is Buhari? You're talking about judicial process. Where is Buhari? Your people are no-go area. Your people have a blanket. You are untouchable. You can talk nonsense and go away with it. Nobody care. Nobody will talk to you. You will do things you want. You will now decided what you will do and you execute it because our people allow you to do so. We're asking you a question. Where is Buhari? If Buhari is still alive, where is Isha Buhari? I have traveled many countries. I have seen each country presidents, they always walk side by side with their wife, lovely wife. We call it First Lady. The imposter in Abuja, why Isha Buhari have been living in Dubai for many, many months, maybe it's up to 1 year now, and nobody is talking. Nobody is saying anything. We record when what is his name? Rosima Obasanjo and Jonathan. They have a rule assigned to the First Lady. You always see them in TV, even issuing press statements, even coordinating, helping masses, granting interviews. What happened to Aso Rock and Post? And you still have the guts to talk about advising the same imposter in Abuja that our leader can need to undergo judicial process. What judicial process are you talking about? I'm asking you doctor, so-called doctor, fake doctor. Why you Northerners Gathering Forum not allow judicial process in leading our leader to Nigeria? If you know about judicial process, why not telling the Chief Justice of Zoological Republic to write official letter and demanding our leader to be leading to Zoological Republic from United Kingdom? That is how things goes. That is how things work. You did not do it. You went and conspired with Kenya government. They abducted our leader and brought him to Zoological Republic. Brought him to Zoological Republic in Nigeria, and they still hold him in Komankido. And you people are still having got to talk about judicial process. I don't know the type of judicial process you people are talking about. Imagine they're not talking about judicial process. Imagine Fulani talking about judicial process. Things are happening. Our people say wonder shall never end. Imagine Janjaweed talking about judicial process. Imagine. It's all these things is what we are seeing, and our people are very silent about that. And when international people learn about this, they say, wow, this is doctor. From which university he got his certificate. People that don't have common sense. How can you go to another country and abduct someone? You did not follow judicial process. Abducted into Zoological Republic, to Nigeria. And now you're talking about judicial process. So-called Northern Elders the Elders Forum. Let me advise you. Before you come out to give an unguided press conference, think twice before you say some useless talk. You people are always talk. Before you talk this kind of thing, you people should have taken our leader back to where you people abducted him. You now talk to one of the corrupt man we have in Zoological Republic in Nigeria called Manami to write official letter to United Kingdom and requesting the decision of our leader. That's how things goes. When you demand that our leader should be deported to Zoological Republic, they will consider it. Not you go somewhere. Our leader is not even holding Nigerian passport. You went all the way to Kenya and abducted him and tormented him, tortured him, manhandled him, and buckled him to Zoological Republic. And now you have the audacity. I'm talking about judicial process. When somebody don't understand what is going on, they will think, oh, these people are very great men. Let me remind you again, so-called Northern Elders Forum. Before you talk about our leaders should go judicial process, talk about the circumstances and how you people abducted him to zoological property. You do not follow judicial process. So you must leave our leader to go unconditional release to our leader. Number one. Number two, before you have audacity to talk about these things, where is Buhari? We're asking you, where is Buhari? When this thing happened, everybody seemed like everybody is silent. Where is Buhari? That young guy that I believe I'm even more elderly from him. He's a very young guy, young Bobo. You see him, how like his hand and the body is refreshing. Very young guy. And now he's saying he's 80-something-year-old man. All of a sudden, there is a miracle happening in Asrock. He never sick again. He never travel in the UK often and on like he used to do. He will now walk with, he see his even muscles. Hey! People can have mercy to black people. You see his muscles. You see his fresh, even sometimes you look at his body, even his hands is even more fresher than young ladies we have in this. Because he always in AC 247. Why our young girls things is in a song? You see how even my young lady, their hands will look like a man. Because of poverty. But this young man in Asolo, 247 electricity, 247 AC, eating whatsoever he demands, he wishes. You see him, you see his hand, very nourishing, very refreshing. And you Northerners elders not see these things, and they come out to have audacity talking about our leader. Shame unto you. Secondly, I want to remind you as well. May it Allah, Fulani Hills man, may it Elias, Fulani Hills man. These people is world-renowned terrorists. Everybody knows them as a powerful terrorist, fourth deadliest terrorist in the whole world. And once they come to Fulani Janjaweed, they closed it. And this Northern Elders Forum is people talking about judiciary. Why you never prescribe Fulani Hills men as terrorists? Why the whole world have prescribed them as one, as fourth deadliest terrorists in the whole world? What preventing you to advise the same Asolok imposter to prescribe Fulani Hills men as terrorists? Terrorist organization. Now they rename themselves and calling themselves Meeti Allah. His question I asked him, this so-called Baba Ahmed, director of Northerners Edarim Forum. We asking you questions. Why you keep quiet? Why you just be silent? But once he call him Biafran, you people are coming out and talking about judiciary process. Imagine. People that don't even know what is meaning of judiciary, people don't even know what is democracy, and they're now professing and even telling us about democracy. Are you really going to zoological republic, honestly speaking? Are you really going to say, we have committed a lot of that? These people have done a lot of evil. Okay, first, going forward, the same people that the whole world have labeled Fulani Hillsmen as fourth deadliest terrorists in the whole world, the same Northerners never deem it fit to say this one is a terrorist. They never prescribed them. The same United States of America said Abakari is wanted man. The same Fulani closed the page. Since that until now, nobody talk about this man. For you to know, but we ask you, how many Biafrans, even Ipob, have you ever heard that the government of the world bring report, even say that we do him, even we misbehave in their country? No, you never hear these things. But they have been saying these people are great terrorists, and the same government keep mute in all these things. And here they are advising the imposter, the small boy in Asolo, that he should not rest in our elderly statesman, a well-respected man, elderly man. Amaechi. their former aviation minister. They did not even respect his old age. A 93-year-old aviation minister. These people don't have respect to elders. They're saying issue all manner of nonsense press release they want. And they still have audacity talking about judicial process. Sometimes I don't understand. Now, the third one, even there is a lot of evidence out there confirmed. Patami, Minister of War, I don't know the position he holds. That small boy that every time is in fact, he's a Janjaweed. He's a confirmed Janjaweed, and also one of the people that like terrorists. When you catch them, they will change their names. People don't understand how evil these Fulanis are. When you catch them, they will change their name. When the whole world are now recognized that our Fulani herdsmen are the deadliest terrorists, they make haste and change their name to Meeti Allah. Now people are forgetting about Fulani herdsmen because they know that that name is an evil name. They now give him baptismal name as a Meeti Allah. Meeti Allah. No more herdsmen again. But the same people, even they give him an official card, give him working with government. The same thing happened to this minister, Patami or whatever they call his name. He was indicted in many occasions that he is a supporter of terrorists. Today he will quickly go and change his name to whatever name, I don't know what the new name he accorded to himself. These people, for you to know how evil these Fulanis are. However, I acknowledge that it's not all Fulani, but it's a very remnant of Fulani, very few that is not involved with this evil. Because if I use word is all Fulani, I'm not doing it right. We need to say the way it is, not all Fulani. But majority of Fulani is the evil, hard evil, very evil people. Not all of them. How this man, minister, is quickly go and change his name. And now a man with a microphone telling you that what you're doing is evil, telling you that you are killing people, telling you that you're supporting me, is talking about judicial process. When you return him back to zoological property, did you follow judicial process? Even when Boko Haram come out and declare that Malamelo Fai, present governor of Kaduna, is a sponsor of terrorists, what did you people do? Even when they confirm there is a lot of evidence that the Patami, a minister of whatever it is one of them again, is a sponsor and supporters of Boko Haram terrorists. What did you people do? All these things are swept into carpet. Nobody is talking about these things. These people are really bad people. They are evil. And you also called Dr. They call it Dr. Hakim Ahmed, and come out and have that audacity. So-called director and the publicity advocacy of Northerners Elders Forum have the audacity to come out and begin to condemn people, choosing people, condemning that our leader should not be released. Now, if somebody will ask him, what is the crime of our leader? What did he committed? Because he speaks truth to authority, he speaks truth to Janjaweed, he speaks truth to your people. Now they come back, he's saying, oh, this person is not supposed to talk, because you're thinking that your people are untouchable. That's why you're spending a very huge amount of money to secret service all over the world, to kill people, to destroy people, to wage propaganda, saying you people, even when they see thousands of people are dying, it's what public, everybody will turn close eyes. All this evil you're planning and doing more manner of things. But remember, everything have beginning, also have end. You're not Chukwokikabiama. This evil you are committing will surely one day be end. And we not, with all these things I've mentioned, we now telling you people not ordering forum to retrieve that utterances, all these unguided utterances. And for Janjaweed to speedily release our leader unconditionally because he committed no atrocity. We're not begging you. We're now instructing you people to release our leader because he did not do anything. If you people can leave all these people, I mentioned their name, the L05 had been detected as a Boko Haram sponsor. Patami had been detected as a sympathizer and also sponsor of Boko Haram and other ISWEP. And these people did not persecute, they did not bring the case of these people to light. Even the most recently, Abakari, nobody is listening to this whole story. The whole team had just entered water. That is all this information we now asking you to release our leader with immediate effect because he done nothing wrong. And I will stop here to call my colleagues for them to do justice to this thing because they have a lot of things to talk about. So-called Northerners Elders Forum, the nonsense they are talking about that our leader should not be released. So I will be calling of my colleagues to come and also do justice to this thing. I call him Maze Opangwa. Hope you can hear me. Please, because anytime I listen to what Northerners people are saying, it's driving me crazy, to be honest. I don't know part of the world these people are coming from. Maze Opangwa, can you hear me?
Yes, Mazi, I can hear you. Please confirm if I'm coming out.
Loud and clear. Go ahead.
Thank you very much, Mazi, Oscar, Okeke. You have really done justice to that very topic. But I must also touch the other aspect of it. For those of you joining us now, this is some of the Asian National Coordinators of IPOB Asian National Coordinators, and we are also here with the Asian representative Mazi Oscar Okeke. The first topic we are dealing on is about the so-called Northern Elders or their utterances against the release of our leader Onyendu Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the great leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, the great man that is living. I'm not going to say that ever lived. For now, he's still alive and he's fighting for our freedom, the savior of the people. Now, before we talk about their utterances saying Mazi Nnamdi Kanu shouldn't be released, all this and that, one thing we must know that this is their gang up. It's a gang up because they have been issuing these statements from all corners. They have been issuing this statement from all angles. They keep coming from here. They will issue the statement from one group and from another group, all from the Northerners group. First, it came from the Arewa leader. That one, he said he's the Arewa leader in the south, one Alhaji Musa Saidu. He said he condemned the demands being made by the Igbo leaders for the unconditional release of the leader of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. In fact, he said it is unacceptable for them. And it didn't end there. Another of them, Shetima, we all know who he is. He is the Arewa Youth President. He also made his own comments. He said it's dangerous to release IPOB leader. And he gave all his own side of the story. And these people, if you look at them and study the way and the manner that the Fulanis operate, you will understand that before they do anything, they will come out from different angles. This group will come and make a press statement, and all the national delegates will carry it. The other group will come out and say the same thing under another name and another umbrella, but all in the same part of the group, all part of these Fulanis. I call it Fulani gang up, not only against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because any chain against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is a chain against the entire Biafran people. chain against Nnamdi Kanu is a chain against the Igbo nation. That is why it is very, very necessary that the elders, Biafran elders, Igbo elders, should come out whenever these people made their own comment. Don't just read it and say, it's okay, they have come again, this is the normal way they do it. No, do not just flip over it. You should also counter it and also make a counter statement against all these their statements. If you do not understand how they work, they use all these their statements to influence the judiciary. They use all these their statements to make it look as if the entire majority, the entire population of the people, or people from the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, they are all against the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. By the way, before we talk about the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, I know all these their flimsy excuses started when Mazi, when the First Republic minister, the First Republic minister, with the custodian of customs, I mean the Igbo's and the Igbo Igwes and the Ezes, they went and made this demand that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu should be released unconditionally, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he has committed no crime known under the law. Then all these northern mushrooms, they started springing up from here and there, condemning that, saying, do not do this, do not do this. This group will come and issue their own statement. Another group will come and issue their statement. The other one will say, oh, we are not an elders forum. Their director and their publicity, whatever he said, advocates, a Dr. Hakim. He called himself a doctor. I did not know where he got his own doctorate degree. I'm not going to dive into that. By the way, before you can get admission into the university, we all know about the cutoff points. Someone from the Biafran territory, they will tell you your cutoff points will be this. And somebody from the northern part of the Zoological Republic, they will bring it to the lowest. So it is not even to compare who they are, they get all these things in a platter of gold. So answering or attaching a doctor before his name doesn't make any meaning to us. But they always do this in order for people reading from outside the world, people listening from outside the world, for them to think, oh, he is a doctor. If a doctor should say this, if someone with a doctorate degree should make this comment, that means he is making a lot of sense out of it. Whereas he is not making any sense, whereas he's trying as much as they can to influence and deceive the public masses. Now, before we talk about their utterances, how did they bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to the zoo? This is a question. How did they bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back to the zoo? Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was abducted in Kenya and renditioned to Abuja. They didn't follow any judiciary process. They didn't follow any process of extradition. The Kenya court has established that there wasn't any case filed for the extradition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in Kenyan court. That one has been established. So that means Nigeria, the zoo, in their usual form, this is not the first time they have tried doing this. They did it during the time of Umaru Diko. Same, under the regime of Muhammadu Buhari, I mean, as back as 1983, thereabout. They did the same thing, trying to bring this man back to the zoo in illegal form. And those that participated in that act, they served jail terms. And I think the international community should do the same thing in this particular case. They should find those that participated in the illegal abduction of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a British citizen. He was abducted in Kenya, beaten, to the point that he didn't even know himself. And now they renditioned him. They brought him back illegally through the back door to the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. And now they are saying, oh, you jumped bail because he jumped bail. Now we have brought him back. That was the statement from the Minister of Justice, Malami, Abaka Malami. He said, Nnamdi Kanu jumped bail. Now we have brought him back for him to face the judgment. How did you bring Mazi Nnamdi Kanu back? Now let me draw it back a little bit. Before the mentioning of jumping of bail, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was arrested in October 2015, and they took him in. They put him in DSS dungeon, tortured him. After that, to Kuje prison, and he was attending his cases. From there, he got released on bail. Remember, before that time, they slammed 11 charges against him in 2015. As the judiciary process was going on, the judge struck out 8 of these charges, remaining only 3 charges. After which Mazi Nnamdi Kanu got his bail. As he was on bail, just less than 2 weeks for him to appear in court. In September, these people strike. September 2017. They started from 12. They did the first one, 13, and on 14th. A lot of people were killed. In fact, 28 people were killed in the compound of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, including even his dog that did not or that known them. How heartless military, how heartless the zoo police, how heartless the zoo security apparatus, how they operate. They wanted to kill someone that did nothing because they know that they have no case against him. They have come to understand that they have no evidence or anything to establish against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. Then they brought themselves so low to operate in that way in order to take his life. Because all these, their plans, all these things they are doing, they just have only one thing in their mind, to take away the life of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. And when they fell on that, as Chukwokika Abiyama may have it, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu reappeared in Israel. And from there, we all know what happened until the rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu in June 2021. And they started talking about all this and all that, amended their charges. I know the reason why I am taking us a little back. Because, you know, our people, it's so easy for us to forget something. We can't just start talking about what the Northern Elders Forum said, or what they did not said, what the Arewa Forum said, what their youth chapter said, what they didn't said, without getting to the genesis of the matter. So that people listening will understand how these things started. They will understand how we arrived to this particular point before they start saying this and that. When Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was rendition, you see Malami just rose up, made a comment and all this, amended charges, and throw another 7 charges, slam another 7 charges on him, which is so funny. You know, if we begin to look into the allegations, you know that this is so funny, saying that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu used radio broadcasts from London to separate people from the southeast, people from the south, some parts of Kogi and Benue State. They said, oh, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, he do use his radio broadcast to abuse the Nigerian president, Muhammadu Buhari. He called him a pedophile. He called him a terrorist, an idiot, and an embodiment of evil. And I was expecting them to add something, that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu said that Buhari is dead. He died in Saudi Arabia and was buried there. They missed out on that one. And they mentioned all these and all that, forgetting to mention the one. When somebody accused and said, your president is dead, they should add that on the charge. But instead, they said, "Oh, he called our president a pedophile. He called our president a terrorist. He called our president an idiot. He said our president is an embodiment of evil." Why skipping that important one? Why skipping that one that he continuously repeated many times in his broadcast? He keeps saying it, that Buhari is dead. Buhari died. He mentioned it and he said, "Take me to court on that." And now you have an opportunity to take him to court over all the abuses you mentioned, but you skip that particular one. Anyway, I will skip that and try to go on with other of the items. I think they also alleged that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu imported a transmitter into the country. I don't know when has importing electronic gadgets turns out to be an evil or turns out to be a criminal offense in the zoo. They also alleged that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu belonged, he said he's the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, a group that we have banned and we have proscribed and tagged them terrorists. By the way, they did all their backyard thing they do in order to get the prescription of IPOB. And there's only one court that have said something. Justice Binta Nyako, in one of his statements, he said IPOB is legal. The indigenous people of Biafra is legal. And no other court have established otherwise. No other court. We see what is going on. Now that they are trying to ban or to give the tag of terrorists to their so-called bandits. By the way, who are the bandits? It's the same Fulani that go about terrorizing people in the expressway, kidnapping for ransom, and all that. Now the court, they follow the due process. This is how due process you follow. They follow the due process, get the court order from the court, establish it, submit it to the Minister of Justice. It's now on his table, and they are going through it, after which he will pass to the presidency, and they will now make the order of pronouncement, prescribing the bandits as terrorist group. But in the case of IPOB, it wasn't like that. They just wake up, not even in a court. They went to the office and write something, submit it the same day, within 1 hour they came up and made the announcement. That is to show you how these people operate. That is to show you that these people doesn't care about you. Their mindset, what they have is that they are jihadists, a fight that they have at the back of their mind. Let us go there, we conquer them, we take over our land, their land, and we stay there. And they know that the only difficult that they are having is Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, Eastern Security Network. These three names are the names that have been given sleepless nights to the presidency. These three names are the names that have been given sleepless nights to the Northern Elders Forum. These three names are the names that are giving sleepless nights to Arewa Youth Forum. All their groups, they are afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB itself, and Eastern Security Network. And that brings about all their plan to eliminate, to take off Mazi Nnamdi Kanu from the picture. So, oh, this is our hindrance. This is the person that has been all the obstacles, this guy. If we can be able to remove him, if we can take him off the picture, things will be easier. Then we can find a means to penetrate and destroy IPOB. Then we can see how we can finish up the job with ESN. And then we can have true passage for them to fulfill the dreams and the visions of their forefathers, which we have stopped till date and which they haven't given up on, dipping the Quran in the Atlantic. But some of you didn't understand this. Some of you did not understand this. This is not a time for you to start coming up and say, Nnamdi Kanu. Anybody from the Biafran territory that stood up to say any evil against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, IPOB, and ESN, that person must get his brain examined. That person must get his brain examined to make sure if the person is actually 100% human, or he got a mixture of human and animal relationship. Some people might be surprised, saying, "How am I saying this? Is it possible that some people can have intercourse with animals?" Well, you go and ask some people from the northern part of Nigeria. You go and ask them and find out more about that. So all these people that have come out to say all this, they are evil against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, to plan evil against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, be it Arewa Leaders Forum, whatever they call themselves, Northern Elders Forum, whatever they call. Ask yourself, why are they afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they afraid of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Why are they doing all they could in order to put Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the side? Why are they fighting tooth and nail to make sure that Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not regain his freedom? Like I said earlier on, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu didn't commit any evil. He didn't commit any crime. None has been established against him. None has been established against him. He didn't break any law. Instead, he's agitated. It is his right. Self-determination is a right, which even the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, they are a signatory to it in the African Charter, and they're also signatory to the same thing in the United Nations of self-determination. So why are we talking about these people coming up saying they are kicking against the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu? Because they know what Mazi Nnamdi Kanu represents. And we want to make it clear that detaining Mazi Nnamdi Kanu will not stop the agitation of Biafra. The earlier they know it, the better for them. Holding Mazi Nnamdi Kanu there will even make things worse. Because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the only voice that can give order and tell Biafrans to take a pause here, move on, go there, and they will listen to him. Taking Mazi Nnamdi Kanu out of the picture will spell doom to the zoo. The earlier they understand this, the better for them. And we are demanding the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu have not committed any crime known to the law of the zoo. I don't know how broadcasting from a radio station in London has turned out to be an act of terrorism. I don't know how belonging to IPOB, by the way, what is IPOB? The indigenous people of Biafra. I don't know how being who you are, being who the Almighty has made you, has become a crime against the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. Therefore, we are stating it clearly, let it get into the skull of the Northern Elders Forum. Let it get into the skull of the so-called Dr. Hakim Baba Ahmed, that all these, they are utterances against the people's leader, against Ohamadike, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, all these things must stop henceforth. We can no longer tolerate all these ways they are trying to influence the case in the court. They will come and say this. Malami will come and say that. The other one, Lai Mohammed. In fact, that one, I don't talk about his own case because his name says it all. Lie. His mouth, whenever he opens his mouth, is full of lies. And he will spew it. Lies. And he continued to lie and propagate their lies against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. So all this propaganda against Mazi Nnamdi Kanu by the Northern Elders Forum should stop henceforth. And it is time for the elders from Biafra land, it is time from elders from Igbo nation to begin to give their own, to counter all these comments. I know some of them have been doing that. Some of them have been doing the same thing. And I encourage them to continue to do that because Mazi Nnamdi Kanu did not commit any crime and he must be released unconditionally. Though they mention about, they are even the one that proposed about the political solution. They mention about political solution.
Hello, Mazi. Hello, can you hear me, Mazi?
Political solution is this and that, but which we have no. Hello, Mazi, I hope I'm still coming out.
Yes, you are coming out now. Few seconds. It's like the line fluctuated, so we did not hear you. But go ahead. It's okay now. Go ahead.
Thank you so much. And they continue to mention about all these political solution before the unconditional release. It depends their own interpretation of political solution towards the release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. For us, IPOB, we know that releasing Mazi Nnamdi Kanu is the first step of any political solution that they want to talk about. And anybody can give their interpretation to that. It depends. And IPOB, we are not shifting any stones. We know what we believe in. We know what we are fighting for. And that is what we must achieve. And we must achieve it in our own time. Biafra must come in our own time. We are doing this fight not only for ourselves, not only for our children, even for generation unborn. Therefore, I encourage all Biafrans to be strong and continue to raise our voice against all these counter voices that are planning day and night to make sure that our leader will not regain his freedom. I will stop here, Mazi, Oscar, Okeke, and I will hand you over the microphone. Let my other comrades give their own input. I know they are there, they are warming up, they want to make their own great input. So I want to take a pause here and hand you over the microphone, Mazi. Oscar Okeke is back to you. Ndewo.
Ndewo, thank you very much, Mazi. You really do justice to this particular topic. We thank you. Thank you very much. Without wasting more time, let me go to our one of us, Mazi Nwakeze. Mazi Nwakeze, can you hear me?
Yes, Onyisi, I can hear you.
Okay, go ahead.
Yes, Ndewo, Mazi Oscar Okeke. Yeah. Here in Vietnam, the time now is 16 minutes after 12 noon. So good morning to some of us, good evening, good night to some of our listeners and lovers of freedom. I still remain Anthony Chukwudi Nwakeze. By the special grace of God, I'm the national coordinator. All the lovers of freedom and those that are listening us from the whole world, please, concerning this Northern Elders Forum or whatever they call themselves, my colleague has said it all. The way he will analyze, he can analyze it, and I believe that all of us that are listening to him understand what he's saying. So, but I want to bring my own message to the Northerners. As an elder, you call yourself elder. As an elder, you must know how to take care of your family, because our people say that, and it's known as Mama Webutilo. Charity begins at home. But just like my colleague said, we the Biafrans, we know you. We don't regard you as anything. You that have a doctorate degree, where you have a certificate, we don't know. So we know you, and you know us. So all those your certificate, all those your doctorate degree, you're using it to deceive outsiders or Europeans. Those that are listening to you people read newspapers sometimes. Not for us, we know you. Because you are not worthy to be a doctor. You are not worried to have that certificate or doctorate degree or whatsoever. Like I said before, charity begins at home. You elder, northern elders, you call yourself elders. You are rapist elder. You people are rapists and very, very wicked. How can an elder like you, we go and marry 12 years old child? You call it a wife in the name of religion or in the name of, what kind of elder is that? Like I said before, my colleague has said anything he has to say in terms of bringing you guys to book and reminding us where everything starts from. But for me, I want to take the message to your people, to your local people in Northern, because I don't care how you feel. You people are fools. You don't know anything. You call yourself elder and you don't know the meaning of elder. You people don't take care of your family. You don't take care of your children. You don't take care of the community. And you call yourself elder. What kind of elder is that? The way you go to another, somebody's family and marry 12 years old child, can you give your daughter out like that to another person? A 12-year-old child, can you give your daughter to somebody? 75 years old man and marry, we marry your daughter at the age of 12 years. Can you give your daughter out like that? And you call yourself elder. You call yourself elder. Boko Haram are killing people in your backyard. You don't see that one. From Northern, you come to East and want to dictate to us, telling us about judiciary. First of all, you people should be arrested by raping children in your Northern region. All those children you are marrying and calling them your wife, you're supposed to be arrested for it if you want to talk about judiciary. The justice will start from your room, from your family. You don't know anything about justice. Who are you as a Northern elder to decide the condition of our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, a great prophet? You have no right over his life. You say you don't agree what they tell the president or whatsoever. In other words, you are telling us that you are the one holding our leader. Useless, lazy human, uncircumcised human being call themselves leader. What kind of leader are you? Or what kind of elder are you? Elder that don't know his left and his right. You don't know anything about law. You are come there to quote law. It's only in Nigeria that Fulani look like they are relevant. Even in their place from Mali, they rejected them there. I live in Cameroon. In Cameroon, Fulani, they have Fulani in Cameroon. They are nothing in Cameroon. Nowhere. They come to Nigeria and start messing up. Few people. I want to use this opportunity to call upon, I know among the Northerners, there's still a good people that understand, because I see them sometimes in a social media. Among the Northerners, there are still a good people that have a good heart, that understand, and even more learned. I want those kind of people to organize themselves and raise their voice, bring somebody out that is vocal, and stand behind him, so that you people can conquer your land. Because if you keep quiet, they only know themselves. Even if you give them Nigeria, they cannot maintain it. They will turn Nigeria to a gutter. They have no job, nothing. Their work is just to sit down and be eating money. No contribution. Nothing. There's nothing they can contribute in society. A definition of Fulani is a terrorist. And a definition of a terrorist is Fulani. I know Hausa people. They are very quiet people and understandable. Please, Northerners, those are not Biafran. We are not talking about Biafran because we know that we are gone already. You see, Biafra, in a few months' time, Biafra will come. Some people will sleep in Nigeria and wake up in Biafra, just like our prophet, great prophet Onyendo have said before. And I want to tell you people, whatever you are doing, you don't know anything. Just like Onyendo is telling you that you don't know this particular breed of IPOB, you don't know us. Let me tell you, Onyendo is a prayer answered for us. We are being in pain. Some of us have been in pain years in Nigeria and praying. God, please bring somebody like this. So are you telling me now, after God have answered our prayer, we can reject the result? No. We are not going back. So you guys in northern region, the good people in northern region, raise a voice. These your people, you call them your elders. Their children are not with you. They cannot give their children at 12 years old to marry somebody. It's 55 years or 60 years. They take their children abroad to go and study. And after they study finish, they bring them back to ride on you in your land. So I want to wake your spirit up. I want to wake you up and let you understand that you have the right to determine your future and the future of your children in your own land, because these people have no plan for you. They use religion to deceive you people. Wake up. Look for somebody that is very, very vocal. Stand behind him. Let all Alhajis stand behind him, the good ones. And I know that people can fight this Fulani and take over your land. Don't let them mesmerizing you anyhow. The only problem they are having in Nigeria is we, the Biafran, Igbo-speaking Biafrans, IPOBs. That's the problem they are having. If not, they could have conquered everybody. But thank God that we are there. Thank God for Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu. The same thing he planted in us, that is what I want to plant in you, in northern side. Stand up. All these your elders, you call them elders. Now they are afraid. They don't burn their money outside anymore. They keep money inside their house. They have warehouses. Follow their drivers, their bodyguards. Monitor where they enter always. Break that house, you carry your money. Fight for your land, my people. Onyendu told you people that we have gone beyond point of no return. We are not returning back. Instead, everything in Nigeria will go down. So please, my listeners, my fellow Biafrans, and those that listen, all of us, you see these Fulani people, they call themselves doctor. They give themselves doctorate degree. Where they go acquire the doctorate degree, I don't know. Where they get the certificate from, I don't know. They make it for themselves. They call themselves, they give themselves the title to deceive foreigners. But I thank God because most of the Europeans know you guys all. Most of the Americans, most of the foreigners, all the whole country, they know you. And those that did not know you, we try to tell you who they are now. So even if you don't know them from the voice, from Radio Biafra, please try to know them. And stone them wherever you see them with that kind of their nonsense attire. Whenever you see them, you know them. They are all terrorists. They don't need good thing. These people will go to another man's country and enjoy the good system of the country. And they want to take over. Even if you give them the country, they will still implement that their violence attitude. No contribution. I've never seen a Fulani man that is a mechanic, ordinary mechanic, you cannot see it. All they know is that to troop into Nigeria because they have changed all the strategic positions in Nigeria and acquire everything. They can put anybody they want to, they can do anything they want. But we say no to that. We say no to that. So please, my northern youth, try to organize yourself and defend your land. Maybe this thing I'm saying is not among the topic we want to say today. I have to say it. That's what the Spirit tell me to say. And I believe those that are listening to us from Northerners, those that are listening to us from Northern region, I believe I'm talking sense inside you. I cannot speak like my leader, Mazi Onyendu Nnamdi Kanu, but I think I'm making a point. So use your tongue to count your teeth. These people don't love you. Even those they are killing, in that far north, those they are killing is your fellow Northerners. So why can't you stand up and defend yourself against them? And they say you and them are the same Allah Akbar. The same Allah Akbar, they shout it and kill you. The same religion. Don't you see that these people are foreigners and they are enemies? They don't care who you are. They're on their mission. Their plan is to take over the land. And you belong to the land. So how can you keep quiet and thinking that it's only Biafran concerned while they are killing you? They are even killing you more than Biafrans. Because the terrorist is in your side. In Biafra land, they're only using the uniform, those that can give uniform, to come and kill us at will. Or with their power, unto say they are uniform man. But in your land, in northern region, Koro, a terrorist will come, you know that this is a terrorist. And you people will be respecting them. You northern elders, you want to talk about the judiciary. Those that are killing your people in far north, why can't you bring judgment on them? And you are telling you want to bring judgment on an innocent man, a prophet for that matter. You people don't know who our leader is. You don't know. Our leader is a help to you people, sir, if you can embrace him. He can help your children. He can teach you to grow your life. He can teach you to better your life. He's not an ordinary man. And you think you can use this your uncircumcised prick and nonsense brain you guys have when you gather around with you, that's your tactic. You decide one or two things over a righteous man. No. No. You people have done worst mistake in your life by holding Mazonye Nnamdi Kanu. You have done worst mistake in your life, and you will live to regret this. You fools. Idiots. Oyendu Mazosko Keke, please. Let me return microphone back to you. Because just like you said, whenever I listen to their statements, I see that these people, they don't have brain. They're like cows. They don't know anything. Thank you, Mazonye Nnamdi Kanu, and thank you for all our listeners. Please, I want you to stay tuned. Radio Biafra is the only place you can hear the raw truth because it's our own. It's not like Facebook or somewhere they will say they are restricting you to not to say this or not to say that. If you want to hear raw truth, please tune in to Radio Biafra every time. Day one. Over to you, Mas Josko Keke. Thank you, Minister.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. Yes, our Onyendu, only one Onyendu, Mas Nnamdi Kanu Hamadike. The evil hand that he hold him must leave him because he committed no crime. He done nothing wrong, and he must be investigated and allowed to rejoin his family because he done nothing wrong. Janjaweed, like many people may not understand our mass that he spoke lastly. He make a lot of sense in what he said. Janjaweed will be doing more manner of things, committing more manner of sin, atrocities. But once they come in Biafra land, they will not invoke their whatsoever justice, whatsoever judicial process. But once a pertaining about northerners, nothing like justice, nothing like a judicial process. Everything will go silent. But once it pertains to Biafran people, that time is when they will know that there is a judicial process. Anyway, it's only time we vindicate us. Without wasting more time, let me quickly go to Maz. Maz Dennis, can you hear me?
Yes, Onishi, I can hear you clearly.
Please go ahead.
Good afternoon, good morning, and good night to some of you, people of Biafra and people of goodwill. Maze Oscar Okeke Awonyendu, I want to thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to discuss today the topic. And I also want to thank our fellow comrades who have spoken very, very well and well articulated. My name remains Maazi Dennis Eze Davison. By the special grace of God, I am serving the indigenous people of Biafra here in Singapore. Regarding the topic and the message, I think is very appalling and very disgraceful for such a man called himself the Dr. Ahmed, Baba Ahmed, the so-called Northern Elders. Is very appalling for their hypocritical ways of life, you know, because you made a statement and said that a man will not be released and should follow the judicial process. And I want to ask you a question, the so-called doctor. When Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, was renditioned from Kenya, was there any judicial process taken in order to bring him back? Do you know that this is a very big crime to the humanity by extra renditioning him back to Nigeria without being official process? It is a very big crime. So now you coming out to say that he should not be released unconditional is very hypocritical. That's a hypocrite you guys practice. My fellow comrades said that charity begins at home. Do you know that you Northern Elders are the ones committing crime with impunity? The elders of the northern part of Nigeria are the ones committing crimes because they are supporting the terrorists that has been terrorizing the state, killing innocent people, killing innocent citizens, innocent Christians. They kill them on daily basis, and these so-called northern elders, they are the ones supporting them instead of to give them name as whom everyone knows they are. They call them bandits in order to romance them, in order to pet them, simply because they are from the northern part of Nigeria. I want all the listeners to understand the kind of evil that these men called the northern elders are committing. They are the masterminders. They are the ones committing the real crime. And yet, they will come out publicly, shamelessly, to call other people names. People who are just fighting for self-determination, which is never a crime against humanity. You call them names, you tag them as terrorists. Is that not evil? It is very, very bad. It is very evil. We must call a spade a spade. In fact, these men, they do not have shame. They do not have shame because the same man who called himself a doctor, a so-called doctor, made a statement, I think towards June, 8th of June, exactly 9:45 a.m., The Guardian. He said, to prevent another civil war in Nigeria, the Southeast should be allowed to secede from Nigeria if the movement is popular among the people in the region. Of course, obviously, they know that the movement is more than popular in the region. So they don't know that detaining Maazi Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of this movement, is also a harm to Nigeria. They don't know that keeping him there is very dangerous to keep him there. They come out to say one thing in the morning, they come out to say another thing at the night. These are set of hypocrites. These are set of evil men. who even doesn't want the progress of that nation. Because if they want the progress of that nation, why they have not tagged this set group of people called Fulani herdsmen, the fourth deadliest terrorists in the whole world? Why have they not condemned them? Why have they not come out to call them terrorists and give them exactly what they deserve? Instead of them doing that, they will give them a VIP. It is very, very shameful. They lack shame. They don't even count before they come out to make such statement. They don't think. The leader of indigenous people of Biafra, our leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu, committed no crime. So Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. Unconditionally must be released, because Nigerian government do not have any case against him, because Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, committed no crime. Self-determination is not a crime. So there is no need to hold him. The more you hold him, the more you destroy the nation. The more you hold him, the more problem. Because they think maybe after they have caught him, they have kidnapped him, then everything will end up. Listen, I want to put it very, very clear. The movement is for the total emancipation of Eastern region called Biafra. And we are determined for our freedom, because we cannot continue in this kind of system that is awkward, in this kind of system that does not benefit us. Since we were born, we have never benefited anything good from this whole country, from this whole nation. This is the reason why we need to go. And the Nigerian government do not have any right to hold us back. We must leave. It is a must. So maybe for your mind, you think, you northern so-called elders, you think maybe if you hold Nnamdi Kanu, our leader, then we will stop agitating for our own freedom. No, he's a messenger. Nnamdi Kanu, the leader of indigenous people of Biafra, is a messenger. He has delivered the message to his people, and his people has carried out the message for their freedom. This is what they are looking for. So no matter what you do, no matter how you come out to talk anyhow, it does not prevent the people from what they want. It is high time for you so-called northern elder that will say one thing at afternoon and say one thing in the evening. Unstable people. You all are unstable. If you have shame, you will stand on your word. If you have dignity as a doctor, your words, your utterances should be well respected. But look at what you're saying. You cannot stand one place. These are what they do. These so-called northern elders are the problem. Because one, they will say the truth. They will turn this truth upside down. They cannot say the truth as how it is. How can you be supporting the terrorists and those people who are seriously fighting for their freedom, you call them names and tag them as terrorists? While the main terrorists are from your people. The main terrorists are the one bombing the north on daily basis, killing innocent Christians, killing innocent northerners. And you northern elders has not condemned them. You northern elders has not come out to say anything against them. Rather, you protect them. It's very shameful and disgraceful. For us, you lost your dignity because you do not have shame. You need to protect your territory. You need to
Those places that the bandits, the terrorists are taking is what you need to look after, not the people who are agitating for their freedom. Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally. The same way you northern elders and your president, the so-called imposter, are rendition him from the Kenya. The same way you have to release him because you have no case against him. I want to ask you, which judicial process you want Nnamdi Kanu to go under? Is it the failed one? Does Nigeria has a competent judicial that obey the law? Do they obey the law? Of course, they do not obey the law. So which judicial process you want Nnamdi Kanu to go? When you yourself, the northern elders, you supported the extra rendition of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu without the legal process. So which legal process you want him to go? This is a hypocrite. Honestly, it is very, very evil. When I look at the things that is going on, I say, oh God, why do we even in the first time emerge together with this set of people? How can we cope? How can people cope with this kind of evil? How can a country move forward with this kind of evil that is going on daily basis? The people who are supposed to speak the truth, they are all lying. They will say things against the other. How can we move forward? Nigeria can never move forward. Nigeria can never ever move forward. So the earlier you realize this and allow Biafrans to go, and other parts, the Oduduwa brethren, to go, and this evil nation called Nigeria separate, is better for everyone. Because you cannot force everybody to be one. When the system has totally failed the masses, when the system is nothing is working. So you cannot force people to stay together. Nnamdi Kanu must be released unconditionally because there was no legal judicial process taken before he was extradition to Nigeria. It's a crime which the government has committed to humanity, even to international community. International law is against such act. And yet, you come out boldly to say that you should follow the judicial process when you did not follow. It's very wrong. And I also want to call our elders. Our elders, it is time. I commend your effort. And I also want to encourage you that it is time for you to stand shoulder to shoulder with the people. Just look at what the so-called northern elders are doing. They are protecting their evil people. How much more your own people who are only seeking for self-determination in order to be free from the shackles of darkness called Nigeria? Yes, I use the word because there is nothing good anyone can benefit from this whole country. That's why I use the name. Tell me, is there any road? Is there any hospital? Tell me what you can do. So it's totally not acceptable. It's totally not acceptable. Nnamdi Kanu must be released. He must be released. The same way he was extradition, the same way they should release him unconditionally. And I have to stop here while I allow my other comrades to continue. So our able rep
I hand you over the microphone. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Mazi Dennis. Thank you very much. There is something that you said, and also Mazi Nwakeze said it, and I want to borrow. In fact, I want to comment more in that aspect, because he said that charity begins at home. That is a very, very important word. You know, these people, because they don't understand, I'm talking about the Northerners Elders Forum. They don't understand the meaning of democracy. People that terrorists are rampaging, even collecting tax, killing people on daily basis. There is no day you read newspaper, all the terrorists in the Zoological Republic, you will not see them kill 4, 5, 10, 20, 15, sometimes 50 as case may be. Sometimes 100 houses they set up raids. And these people did not even in fact, they're not even bothered about what is ongoing in their communities, in their states, in their local government, in their towns, in their villages. They are not bothered. What they are bothered is about Biafrans, where we have, even if you can, because, you know, this our radio Biafran is where you can find fact and figures. You can now go back some years back, not even, I think, when late Buhari increased power as president of the Zoological Republic. BBC, even international people recorded it, that southeast, or in fact, eastern part is the most secured and the most peaceful place in the whole Zoological Republic. Tell me how come all of a sudden Zoological Republic brought their troops, bring their foot soldiers, Janjaweed, those who they find or unrepentant in Boko Haram, all of them are there, brought it into Biafra land, begin to killing people at will. We're not talking about this one, but even their own flesh and blood, their sisters, their brothers, they train them, encourage them, give them ammunition, go and kill the Hausa people, those indigenous people that is not Fulanis, that is not Fulanis, but there are Hausas and the other tribe that is not Hausa, they're not Fulanis. Go and kill them, occupy, kill, occupy, kill, occupy, kill, occupy. These Janjaweed terrorists call themselves the Northern Forum. They never deemed fit to pronounce these people terrorists or speak against these people. Even when you mount more pressure on them, they will now begin to tell you, if you want to proscribe the bandit, you have to look deeply, to not condemn the whole Fulanis, but think of it. Where we are these people for a long time, this banditry has killing people. Where we are them when Fulani herdsmen are massacring people, certain people's houses are razed, raping young men and young women. Where are they? They never utter any single word. They never do their homework as an elderly. Why must we call them even elders? When they cannot be able to change the perception, where they cannot be able to do their own homework. That is why sometimes I was mad on some of our elders, not all of them, because some of them are doing pretty job. Like our Merchant Basunike. He's a great man, a great grandfather. Which can bless him abundantly and his family, household. He will live more days for him. He's a very nice man and also a good man. We love him. How can indigenous people will only take their flag, take their emblem, wear the clothes, going on peaceful protest, you will shut them down. Banditry will now use AK-47, killing people, imposing taxes on people. And our elder will now come out and condemn we that have a flag and put our Biafran t-shirt. Our elders will be so vocal on us, condemning us. But the elders that owns these men bandits that killing people, imposing taxes on people, massacring men and women, raping the young women and young men. There is a different case. They even raped the old women, raped them to death. We're not talking out of wickedness. We are talking what is reality, fact and figures. If you doubt me, go and Google a Fulani herdsman that raped 18 women to death. You will find it out there. Many stories, but you can never hear such a story in the Biafran domain. And yet, our few elders, our own elders, few we come out and begin to condemn us. We don't need to protest. We don't need to do peaceful protest. But this so-called Northerners, elderly forum will never come out and condemn what Janjaweed are doing. These people will massacre people, set houses and blaze. You know, sometimes I wonder them what part of the world these people come from. Sometimes I said, any person, anybody that join us together must be the real Lucifer. Because any people that look Janjaweed, the way they listen, the way they do things, join us together, it must be a Lucifer. Come think of these people. They are elderly men not even thinking, condemning what their people are doing. Because do you know the reason they don't condemn it? Because there are people that empower them. Give them AK-47, give them a bazooka, give them different ammunition, encourage them, go and kill the indigenous people. Occupy, kill, occupy, kill, occupy, kill, occupy. In our Southerners, they allow you to do corruption. And using the same tactics, old tactics that the British people use. Divide and rule. When they give you money, they will allow you to kill your people. Once you keep on killing your people, they will give you more promotions. Very few individuals, very, very few of them. The same Northern elders say they have operation. Sometimes I don't understand. That is why sometimes if I read what these people are doing or saying, it drives me more crazy. Let me say what this man Baba Ahmed said. I think that was in September 20, if I'm not mistaken. If you go to newspapers, you will see this man saying, "Not my own making." It's expression from a comment of this director and publicity advocacy of Northerners Elders Forum. The director, Dr. Baba Ahmed. He said that Northerners is superior to others. Imagine a Fulani man is superior to a Biafran man. Now, if we come argue with this information, that Northerners, not Northerners, because not a Hausa, because when we talk about Northerners, that is language always used to deceive people many years ago. It's our leader, Mas Nanjikano. Only we're not two, please. It's only him. It's only our Onyendu. Other people are on this because when we say same things, we need to get it correctly. Our leader is Onyendu. Other people are on this. So I know sometimes our people are slip of tongue and they miss it when they're saying things. So please, I want to make it very clear again. So these people, we commit a lot of effort, doing more of things, but they never see it as an effort. They never see it as something that is not good. This man now they called Dr. Baba Ahmed. He said that Fulani, because when he talk about North, people were thinking Hausas, people were thinking Bruni, people were thinking other indigenous people that not even Hausa. They're not even Igbos. They're not even Yorubas. But they are there in northern side. People were thinking they are also a Northerners. No! When this Janjaweed called Dr. Baba Ahmed are talking about Northerners, He talking about Fulani because Fulani has educated the Hausas for many years. See what is going on in Boronu. Go and do research for Boronu. Boronu have been indigenous people for many years. They never believe in Fulani. That is why every time all the Janjaweed are there, killing people, massacring them, trying to occupy their land, even post taxes. We come to that later. Why I'm saying these things? When they talk of Northerners, you think that Northerners is Fulani. Let me tell you, apart from people they are bringing from Lake Chad and the Mali and the other Sahara Africans, those people that immigrated here before 1960, in the whole Nigeria, they're not up to 50 million. Sorry, they're not up to 5 million. Sorry. What is 50 million? They're not up to 5 million in population, both home and abroad. All of them put together, that is immigrated in Nigeria before 1960. They're not up to 5 million in population. I'm talking about Fulanis. But now they included Hausas as Fulani. They included the people of South Kaduna as Fulani. They included the people of Jos as Fulani. They included the people of Boronu as Fulani. These people they're not Fulani. Because some of our people don't understand this. These people, they are not Fulani. They are indigenous people with different ethnic groups, different ethnic nationalities. And they are people, these Fulani are massacred. Any day you listen, they kill people in North, they're not claiming Fulani. Who they claim is indigenous people, like Hausas people, like people of South Kaduna, like people in Boronu. These people not Hausa, they're not Fulani. They are claiming them. And these elders never discourage them. They never come out and issue press statement and condemn what their children are doing because they are their children. They said they are eldering, they are not eldering forum. So, of course, Boko Haram, Ashweb, banditry, Mate Allah, all of them are their children because they are the people that encourage them to go and kill. And when you're not condemning their activities, meaning that you somehow, you're encouraging them, give them ammunition, encourage them to go and kill. Yesterday, how many people did they kill? Yesterday, being Saturday. Did you see Janjaweed, one of the Janjaweed, that have been committing a lot of atrocity? Elofai, did you hear his comment? No! Kaduna, they have been killing people in hundreds, burning houses, and the majority is Christians. Did you hear at range? No. Have you ever think about all these things? Or do you think it's a normal? Or do you think it's just a normal thing? You know, after all, just people dying? No. Who is doing all these things? It's the same Northern Elders Forum that see this evil. They did not talk. Why I'm elaborating on this issue? Because my colleagues here said that charity begins at home. So before Janjaweed called herself the Northerners Elders Forum, before you can come and spill your info, talk about our leader, you must go and do your homework first. Had it been a Northerners is a relatively peace and calm, nothing like bloodshed. When this man called so-called Dr. Baba Ahmed said about judicial process, oh, I will said, oh, he's a very nice man. I will now listen. I will now pay my attention. But in their place is the epicenter of the whole evil, the whole massacre, the whole killings, the whole anything you can think of. And at the same time, these same evil men come and tell us about judicial process. Terrorists are having a field day in the north. We're not talking about Boronu, what is going on in Boronu. Some local government are being covered and being managed by Boko Haram and Aswad. Who introduced Aswad? The same government, too. Because if you go to, anyway, I will come to that. Let me finish this one. Because this man called Dr. Baba Ahmed, he said that not will never be cowed into submission, nor forced to give up in the quest to return power in 2023. You see? Anything about Janjaweed is about power. Using banditry to wipe away indigenous people is one of their agreements. If you don't know it, you know it today. If you know it, always put it into your mind, always. Sing it as a lamentation in your heart. Because when you keep on saying it, you will be conscious of what is going on in the Zoological Republic. If Northerners Nation Elders Forum is not commenting about what is going on in that place, meaning there are people that are encouraging them to go and wipe away the indigenous people. Because if as they always use not, and they said not, if the truth they occupy a large population, why must they go and killing people? Why must they asking for land? Why must they killing indigenous people to occupy their land? All common sense. It's just a common sense. If they are indigenous people, if they are populated as they always urged, if they are populated as they always claim, why they claim indigenous people to occupy their land? And if these people are same people, this so-called Dr. Baba Ahmed, director of the Northerners Elders Forum, as he claimed that he is so much in love with justice, why not the charity not begin at home for him to start condemning what Boko Haram, ASWEP in West Africa are doing to people, posing taxes, posing all manner of things, claim people at will, taking the land of indigenous people, occupying them, and import people to occupy the land? Why are they not condemning these things? Why they're not map part their energy to condemn these things, but they keep on talking about our leader? You see, these people are on the same page. It's only a fluff in Biafra land does not understand these things. It's only Southerners that is a fluff, they don't understand these things. It's only coward in a Southern does not understand what they not mean. They have made themselves very clear because they're not even hiding it. They made it abundantly clear. Their power belongs to them, and they must rule us, whether we like it or not. Even in open, they're not even hiding it. And those intellectuals, those fools as systems, they are the people that will be telling you, no, if our leader, he said it, they said, these people have looked us eye to eye, Bob, and said, no room for you in Zoological Republic. They are the people. In this man, I tell him about his story now. He's so-called afraid for them to listen. This comment I'm making is not forged. It's not forged. It's not concocted story. It's not cooked story. Go to different newspaper on 20th of September 2021 this year. You will see this comment I make. This same man called Dr. Ahmed, he said that not is superior to others. That is other ethnic nationality in the Zoological Republic. Tell me how Janjaweed is superior than even you as Ohanes and Doshinandama. They said that they are superior than you. So tell me, this is not hate speech. And at the same time, he said not will never be cowed into submission, nor forced to give up in the quest for the return power 2023. The same, this elderly thing said all this manner of things, telling us indirectly he giving message to Ohanese, indirectly he giving message to Afanife, indirectly he telling us that all of us put together we are nothing before them, that whatever they decided is what they will do. And in other words, they're telling us that Nigeria is their property. They do as they please. If you don't like it, go and die. And now Biafra are coming out to take right for what belongs to us. And some if we stay there place and stay talking nonsense. I don't know how we will now tell our people or inculcate this wisdom to our people hands for them to be able to follow up and even to understand what Janjaweed meant for us. Our people are complaining what is going on in Abuja, in Lagos. When you speak to these people, they will don't know. Tell me if those people that build their houses in Lagos, in Festac, or what they call it, Abuja, or whatever they call the name. But just imagine if those people that within that area contributed in Biafra legislation say, we bring this money. Just imagine the amount of money Biafrans, IPOB will have in their coffee to restore Biafra. You will see Biafra will be coming within less than a month. Like they will not do it. They will use that money and building, even they will even go to the swamp area, fill it, and build their structures. They don't care. When you talk to about Biafra legislation, they will laugh at you. Said people that don't have handwork. Today, there are people that have handwork. They build their structures. Go and enjoy it. But when they talk to them about Biafra legislation, they say, no, they don't need it. Some of them will even tell you, calling you names, say that you're wasting time. Because he will go to his shop and make some money, come back, he will be happy, he don't care. Once he bought a small jar and I pass my neighbor, everything, life is good, he don't care. That is why I want to say, our people are not running until that lane will beat him, all his body will wet before he started running. Even his shoes will soak with water before he started running. Why? Because they are very stick-necked people. Nothing will talk to them, they will understand. Until that thing will swallow them all before they will say, oh, that is true. Assuming people in Araba, we know things are difficult. But when they're demolishing your house, is it not difficult? They will even, some of them will charge them to pay to 2 million. For instance, pay to 2 million for you to return your place. They will come out and pay that 2 million immediately for them to return that where they are now. But had they been intended them to pay only 500,000 naira to support this Biafra restoration, within 1 month you have Biafra, they will say no. No place like a home. Why divert a little bit is for all our people to reconnect, for them to understand the important things. They are missing the link. These people are telling us in our face. Evil they are doing, they're not hiding it any longer. They say they are more powerful than others. They are superior than other people. Are you telling me, Fulani, are not superior? Because our elders make them to be superior. Our people like Hope, most of them make them to be superior. People like Dave Omai make them to be superior. Our greediness and our wickedness make the Janjaweed to be superior in our life. Because if our people is not greedy, if our people not so wicked, nowhere to be found Janjaweed in our land. You will not see Fulani to do what they're doing. They're doing things they do because our people are so heartless and also very serious to occupy power, to do evil. That is why people like Hope, most of them, doing what he does what he's doing in right now in Imo State. Because had they been all of our people is people that sensible. When you said who creates total power, you now look at that power to another person. They said no. Who is in the position is social person? No, let him occupy his position. But because they are eager to do evil, they now offer opportunity for Fulani for them to reach that mayhem. Yedon won the Imo. Now they remove him, brought back evil man, and in an agreement with them that he will kill people, and he continue killing people. That is how this thing give him allocating power to Fulani. That is why they believe that superior than other nationalities. They are telling us to our faces. So if you're a medical doctor, when you are now a medical doctor, then we will come. Even that one that taking goat, cows, moving in the bush. Once you come, you need to stand up from your office because they say they are superior tribe. Better for you to believe it. If you don't believe it, join IPOB. Because IPOB don't believe that rubbish. That is why we stand up for them. That is why we fight them the way we fight. That is why we have Eastern Security Network. That is why we do what we do. That is why we speak the way we speak. You cannot stay in your closet Lock yourself inside the room and say, no. How can these people be spirit unto us? Why not even small AK-47 you don't have? And he said, how come if you go to social media, you talk rubbish and they're not doing anything practical in the land? How can you succeed? How can you fight them? And some of them are doctors and professors. You see them, they wear their grass in between nose, speak a lot of grammars, thinking when you speak in Queen English, you will go to heaven. Some of you are never not understand things. And those friends, even when they will speak, they speak in their own language. They stay controlling you. Upon all your degree, Harvard University degree, Oxford degree, you bow down to Janjaweed. You're not ashamed of yourself. And when you come out, you're speaking Queen English. You say that we understand the Queen English? No! All of us must join hands together to restore Biafra. And this is what we need. Not about speaking grammar. Speaking grammar is good also. But the reality, what we face is a reality, what is challenging our life. These people are telling us to our face that they are superior more than any other community, more than any other ethnic nationality. And all of us put together, so-called Ohanes and Doshi, they're not seeing this thing. Go to September 20. You will see there, they say they're powerful. They have the population. Tell me how we have population. And once you see these people, they do like a cookie. All this bingo, small dog. When you do, he shout, he just back. When you will bring out maybe one kernel, you see him in the tail will enter into the between two legs. He will roar like tomorrow never come. It's what our elders are doing. Some of them are not talking about the genuine one. No, I respect those people. Those men are. I must bless them. I'm talking about those few afraid. Out there, not talking about our genuine elders. But their days belong. They're condemning everybody. And even telling us to our face that 2023 is the most occupied position. And we allow this evil to continue. If we really have a right, we really piss off about what these people are saying, we must do things today, not tomorrow. We must be aggressive in our own approach. How can we dictate what will happen to our land? And this Northerners Elderly Forum and talking rubbish, telling us to our face that they should not release our leader, Mazin Nandekana. Why charity begins at home, like my community said, like said, they should start closing up, stopping the work of bandits and Fulani herdsmen, and make sure they did not kill people in the north again. By then, they will now come and preach this nonsense they preach, and people will listen to them. Where they are encouraging these people, encouraging them to kill people, to massacre people, and they come and tell him that our leaders should not be, we need to apply a judicial work. When they went all the way to kidnap our leader, did they apply the judicial process? Whenever I remember these things, always really piss me off, honestly speaking. If our people will only be aggressive in mindset and do the needed for our elders, our governor stand up. Who is Janjaweed? Our people give them the legs. We need these politicians, not all, because we still have a very handsome men in the politicians. When I talk about handsome or beautiful, I talk about heart. I don't talk about physical appearance. There is some few, very few politicians we have in Biafra land that is very beautiful in heart. They do a very good work. Very few individuals. Other ones is afraid. Even if you want to put Biafra, they will ask you how much. Don't you know? There is people in Anambra in other places. If we put the whole place, they will ask you how much. Give me the money. They don't care if people are dying, if houses are burning fire, they don't care. And such a people we entrusted the life of people, masses. It's for us that people have the heart and understand need to wake up and do the needful. I think we are going, let me come back a little bit because I'm very, very angry in spirit now. And honestly speaking, when you see what Janjaweed are doing and how these people demonstrating their power on us, And you look at our beautiful, beautiful men and women. Okay, go to America. See our young girls. Very beautiful. They contest for world power, for different beauty pageant, this, that, boxing, in any ramification, they contest. Very beautiful souls. UK, the same thing. Biafra have proved themselves over and over and over again that they are beautiful people. In athletic, in sports, in academia, in every ramification of the world, Biafra have been competing with world powers. But here we are, Janjaweed are sitting on us, and then we keep them quiet. We must ask ourselves, where did we get it wrong? And that is what gives birth to IPOB. And that is what gives birth to Biafra, our Redeemer, to come to rescue Biafra nation. So if you are preparing for your church, listen and listen good. Pay close attention. Going to church is good, but doing the needful is more good. Doing the needful is more honorable. The needful is all hands must be on this for us to restore this Biafra. Tell that we have touched us where we're not supposed to touch us because we allowed them, because we permitted them. Imagine you see how some men and women, they stay in what they call it. Sorry for making mistake, the correct pronunciation in Lagos. They will shout and cry because we allowed these things to happen. Had it been, we come in mass, say enough is all these politicians, enough is all this election, enough is all this. We want Biafra, we speak Biafra, we talk Biafra, we sleep with Biafra, we eat with Biafra, we end anything, we end up with Biafra. You will see Biafra be restored. Not when you're doing coward will be somewhere and fighting you, kicking you on back, same talking all manner of rubbish. When you ask him to come and do the work, he will not be able to do it. But when you see people doing it, he will keep on criticizing them, talking. Come and talk, he will not talk. Come and even to do work, he will not do. It's time for us to wake up and stop this so-called the Northern Elders Forum and redirect them where they belong. Because that is always where they belong. We redirect them where they belong. We don't need to allow these things to happen, to continue happening in our life. This brings me to next topic, please. We are running out of time. You know, when I'm saying these things, you always get me angry. Please pardon me. Bring me to a second topic, but we'll be quickly about it. We will now use 10 minutes to discuss about this. Why? The question is, why is it no outcry from so-called presidency when bandit and as well imposes tax on people? They collect tax. The people pay them tax. In other words, they're running parallel government in the same Nigeria where they're telling you sovereignty integrity. But as Web of Africa are running parallel government in the same Nigeria. They deny it, but that is true. So now is question. This so-called elderly statement that come and talking rubbish, why they're not talking about as Web in Africa controlling one part of Zoological Republic in Nigeria and imposing tax? People are paying them tax. Please, I want our people to look into this and discuss. This is our second topic. Why the cabals in Asrock, they're not talking about it? Why the muted concern these issues? I call him on Mars, please, because I love my men to do justice to these things. I call him on Mars, Opama, please, because this man is so irritating, honestly speaking. Mars, Opama, please, what do you have to say about these things? They oppose tax to innocent indigenous people, collecting tax from them. So go ahead, Mars. Thank you very much.
Thank you once again, Mazi Oscar Okeke, the Asian rape of indigenous people of Biafra. I think I am coming out clear, Mazi. Please, can you confirm?
Yes, loud and clear. Go ahead, Mazi.
Thank you so much. And once again, I thank our listeners, wherever you are, especially those in the holy land of Biafra. If you are joining us in the middle of the program, these are some of our Asian coordinators, indigenous people of Biafra, Asian coordinators. And my name still remains Charles Opangwa. I am the national coordinator of IPOB in Taiwan. We are here doing justice to the topics that we have before us, and now we are talking about the same topic. Mazi, your your question: why are the ISIS, ISWAP, Boko Haram, the bandits, call it whatever name you feel like these people are in the same mission? Your question goes, why are they collecting taxes? We know what it means to collect tax. You cannot impose tax on people unless you are in charge of that territory. Collecting tax means you are telling the people, you are telling the world, I am in charge of this particular territory. And you pay allegiance to me by paying your tax. It's as simple as that. This is the reason why they are collecting the taxes, or in another word, they call it zakat. They call it zakat, the aswa. They collect this, and from here they fund their terrorist activities. And you will not see the presidency doing anything about this. In fact, when it was once mentioned about all these terrorist groups collecting taxes and having their own territory, the Minister of Misinformation, if I will call him that, of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, Mr. Alhaji Lai Mohammed, he came out to defend them. In fact, he came out to defend the jihadists. Because the jihadists, this is what they do. They come, they collect taxes. Instead of Lai Mohammed to condemn it or to give reasonable answer to the question, he started defending them. He said, oh, that they are collecting taxes doesn't mean that they are in charge of the territory. And he began to refer or compare the bandits that are collecting taxes with what we call the Alboros, the touts. He said, oh, even go to the south, the same thing is happening in southern part of Nigeria. You will see some touts. In Lagos, go to Ajegule, he mentioned some places, they collect tax from people. He said, go to East, you see some Alboros. They collect money from the motorists and all that. You see how the kind of mentality these people have. You see the kind of mentality they fuel their brain with. How can you compare terrorists? How can you compare people with AK-47, AK-49? How can you compare people with a machine gun? How can you compare people with ordinary touts, with no weapon? The question is, does these the touts, the so-called touts, do they move with any weapon? The answer is no. The so-called Aboro, do you see them with a gun in the open? The answer is no. But a whole Minister of Information, Alhaji Lai Mohammed, he said, oh, these people, is just the same thing happening. They're trying to play it down. Trying to play it down. Even when the Economist magazine, an international well-known magazine, an award-winning magazine worldwide, The Economist, when they wrote about all these things, it was in the edition, I think, October edition. This is a London-based magazine, said about these caliphates, what they are doing in the Northeast. And they call them bandits and all this. And when he was asked question what he had to say, he just said, oh, you cannot, because they impose levies on communities. That does not mean they are in charge. That does not mean they are the one in charge of that part of the country. And he began to say that even in the south, some touts that we call area boys, they impose also levies. These are the kind of mentalities that your so-called leaders have. They don't deal with situation the way it comes. They always find some ways to play it down. In fact, Lai Mohammed went as far as playing it down and asking Nigerian media, cautioning them not to carry that news from this London-based magazine, The Economist. He warned them, do not carry this their news. When you do that, you're promoting all these things they are doing and all that. So don't go ahead to carry. He warned Nigerian medias. That was why it didn't make really, it wasn't really a big news. But outside the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, it was a very big news among the international community. Because I have not seen a country, a so-called country, whereby bandits will be in charge of that particular area. And what have the government of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria done in order to arrest the situation? They have done absolutely nothing. In fact, these bandits, they have their spokesperson in the person of Sheikh Gumi. He will just go there to meet the bandits. These people are not, they are not like ghosts. It's not like as if they are winch, they don't know them. They appear at night and disappear in the morning. No, they know where they are. They know where they are, where they are resident. They know that they will go there and talk to them, and they will come out and tell the people what the bandits said, what they are demanding. And these bandits, they collect ransom. Now, before I go in the part of collecting their ransom, this is the way that they fund their terrorist activities. They kidnap and they keep people and they make the government, they make the agencies. These days, they are doing it in schools, among the schools. And if you watch carefully and follow it carefully, they do this thing mostly on religious schools. And when it comes to religious schools, they are mostly Christian schools. They go there and they will kidnap the children, they will kidnap the teachers, and they will demand for ransom. In fact, some of them, they will kill them even after collecting ransom. They will kill some, harvest their organs, harvest their kidney. They're into also organ trafficking. All they need is money to make sure that they continue to fund their terrorism, their terrorist acts. They need money to do that. And they continue using all tactics to do the same. They kidnap and they get money. They impose tax from the community where they are totally in charge. They say, okay, farmers, you will pay this. Those riding motorcycles, commercial motorcycles that we call Okada generally in the zoo, they call it Okada. They are going to pay this tax, and the other people, you are going to pay this tax before you go to your farm. Before you cross this place, you will pay tax. Every family, every community, you will pay tax, all this. They collect this money. And there are no government influence in all those areas. These are issues that the Northern Elders Forum should be talking about. These are some of the issues that the Arewa Conservative Forum should be talking about. You cannot leave the plank in your eyes and you're trying to remove somebody's dust in somebody's eyes, diving into another matter that has nothing, completely nothing to do with your area. You have your area being occupied by the ISWAP. You have your area being occupied by Boko Haram. You have your area being occupied by the bandits. And you have not done anything about that. All you are talking about, giving press statement, this one will come and give, the other person will come and give, is about the unconditional release of Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. How come you guys are not talking about what is going on in the northeast of the Federation, Zoological Republic of Nigeria? How come they are not talking about what is happening in the northwest of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria? How come they are not talking about what is happening in Kaduna? The kidnap going on there, the killings by the Fulani militias. Why they are not talking about that? Why they are not talking about what's going on among the Benue areas? All these Northern Elders Forum. They don't talk about this. They play it down as if it doesn't happen. After all, they will say, what's my own? My kids are not studying there. My kids are, one is in London, another one is in the States. Their children are not there. In the Zoological Republic of Nigeria, their children are not there. Their children, they study abroad. In fact, if they enroll any of their kids there, they will make it something big. They will call the press. You know, when the dwarf, El Rufai, he enrolled his child in the elementary school, he called the media. They followed him to school. I enrolled myself in public school and all that. And after 1 week, he pulled out the child from there. Yes. They just make all their media propaganda blow up your mind with one thing or the other, because they know that you don't keep records. They know that you have short memory. They know that you will remember this. They know that you're not going to ask about this. So they continue to do all this kind of thing, overlooking what is happening in their own land and focusing in the other side. My colleagues mentioned about Al-Bakari, the so-called super cop. By the way, what made him a super cop? Because he can invade Ihiala, he can invade parts of Imo State, kidnap people without anybody questioning him. Is that what made him a super cop? He can do whatever thing he do, decide whose fate, who is going to live and who is going to die. Is that what made him a super cop? Or is it because he would take people and dump them in one prison in Kefi, or take them in their IRT unit in Abuja, in their abattoir dungeon in Abuja also, and nobody asked him, is that what makes him a super cop? Now that the Americans, you see how a civilized world behave. Sorry that I'm deviating a little bit, but I really want to make this clear before I go back to the task issue. You see how a developed world behave. Do you think it is so hard for FBI to storm the Zoological Republic of Nigeria and just pick Al-Bakari? No, they can do that, but they don't want to do that. They don't want to do it, at least for now. They follow the due process. They send the extradition letter. They got the order from their court, and they follow the due process. We want this person for so crime being committed on so day, which this person was an accomplice, and this person did this. And normal as the zoo would do it, okay, we will put a committee that will investigate it, and another committee that will supervise the committee that was instituted. And all these delayed titles and all that, knowing that in a short while, you will forget it. I'm talking about memory. People will just forget it and got distracted with other things. That's why sometimes I see people living in the Zoological Republic as animals. They behave like sheep. You see where sheep are being led, even to the slaughter. You just hold one of them and drag only one, and you will see about 1,000 sheep following the others. Following the others. They have the right to run helter-skelter, men in different directions without being caught. But one man will just hold only one of them in the neck and just go, and the whole other sheep will just continue to follow them foolishly. Exactly the same thing that has been going on in the Zoological Republic of Nigeria. They keep coming up with all these excuses. People they're collecting tax. ISWAP are collecting tax. And a whole Minister of Information, Alhaji Lime, in fact, his name says it all. He will come up to cover it with lie. And you know one thing about lie, you need another lie to cover up another lie, and you have to think up another lie, and he keep dishing out these lies. And people doesn't even think about, they don't think beyond their regions. In fact, oh, he is a northern man, so I'm in support of whatever thing he's doing there. Oh, my brother is in charge of custom. It doesn't matter if they are raising the money for clearing of goods. It doesn't matter if they are raising anything. After all, that the people that will suffer it are the Igbo traders. I'm in support of that. The police are kidnapping people from the streets of Aba, from the streets of Owerri. They are kidnapping young men. SARS are still doing the bad job, taking people, kidnapping them. The military having their illegal roadblock, kidnapping able young men from Biafra land. And you even see those that are supposed to speak out, but because they are from the other part of the country, that is to show you how divided the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is. Because they think they are not from that part of the country. They will say, oh, it doesn't matter. After all, it is happening in the East. It is happening in the Biafran territory. It doesn't matter. And they cover up. And this tax thing going on, this is what makes us special, what makes Biafra so special and peculiar. This tax collection thing of a thing, it is not happening in Biafra land, but we are saying it because there nobody will help. In fact, the voices that they have will just collect money. They will collect their allocation and they will keep quiet. But we are here doing justice to the evil that is being perpetrated even in the Northeast and the Northwest. That is to tell you that the Biafra that we are fighting for will be the light. It's not only for Biafra, it will be a light for Africa, the whole of Africa. The rising sun in the black, in our flag, is not just for nothing. We will rise and we will shine. We will shine beyond Biafra. We will shine beyond our neighbors. The Zoological Republic will shine beyond that to every part of Africa. And then Biafra will be the light that will make Africa to rethink and that will give Africa their needed position in the world politics, their needed position in the world gallery. And that is what we are doing. So the tax they are collecting there is evil. The government should do something about that. What happened to their jet fighters? Are they only used in Olo? Are they only used in our Mama, where the Eastern Security Network are stationed in our bushes? Is that the only place their jet fighters are good to be put in use? Bombing villagers that did nothing, burning houses that belongs to innocent citizens. You see them destroying properties that worth millions because they are Biafran. Let us go there. And their pilot off they go, their air force off they go. The military, they come with their armored vehicle, both land and air. They keep bombing, keep shooting anything at sight, burning people's houses and all that. These are things happening in Biafra land, and they're not condemning it. Those that call themselves intellectuals, even from the northern part, from the southwest, you see just a little few voices coming out. But we are not like them. Anywhere we see evil, we condemn it. That is what we learn from our indefatigable leader, Mazi Nnamdi Kanu. That is what even when Mazi Nnamdi Kanu was in Kuje prison, in 2016, early 2017 as well, he met some people from the northern part of the Zoological Republic. These people has been in the DSS custody for so long. He called them out. He called the DSS out. He mentioned something about them. As he was being interviewed, he took that opportunity, he seized that opportunity to bring into light the atrocities some of these northern youths are passing through. When we come here and condemn the atrocities of the Fulani, we know there are good men there. When we come here to condemn the atrocities of some of the Muslims, it's not about religion. There are some good Muslims. I have good friends that are Muslims. We eat, we drink. They are good. Nothing. I haven't seen anything wrong with them. But in the type of the Nigeria part, the way they practice it, it is all about, oh, you're not from my region. You're not from my religion. Everything, their judgment, they put their region first before making their judgment, or their religions first before making their judgment. This is what makes Biafran so exceptional. And we must continue to bring into light the atrocities going on there. The tax they are collecting there from innocent citizens are not right. They go after churches, bombing churches, saying no more, nothing like church, nothing like any other religious practice in the Northwest, in the Northeast, and people are not even raising their voice to condemn this. What makes it that they will come out and tell you the Zoological Republic of Nigeria is a secular state, that you can practice any kind of religion that you wish to. That is only in the paper. Is it practical? Is it obtainable? That is the question you should ask yourself. And I mean to fellow Biafrans listening and hearing me, especially those in the holy land of Biafra that will be going to church. Some of you might have been in church or you're in church. Yeah, it is not something to pray about only. When you pray, you also add something more than prayer. After all, the Holy Book says, watch and pray. You must be at alert. You must bring these evils into the limelight. You must condemn it. You must support those that are working assiduously to make sure that we will have a very safe, decent society of our own. The nation that we are fighting for, the Biafra, will come in our own time. We are not just doing this, like I said earlier on, for ourselves alone. We are doing this for generation unborn and generation to come. Therefore, I urge you all to continue to do your best. And those collecting tax, I challenge the government of the Zoological Republic of Nigeria to come out and do something about this. They know where the bandits are. They should go ahead and use the same force. Use their same show of force that they do use in the southeast, in the Biafran territory. Let them go and use the same force in queuing these people. Let them use the same force in stopping the collection of taxes in northwest rather, and northeast. They should go there and show their power. This is one of the reasons where we have where the military are being established. You live where the fight is, and you go another place and start showing your muscles, showing your strength, forgetting where the real battle is. Go there and confront these invaders, the ISWAP. Go there and confront them. Take them out from that territory. They are telling you, the Zoological Republic, that this territory now belongs to us, and we are collecting tax, and you're doing nothing about it. Shame unto you. Shame, I say shame, to the whoever that is in charge, the imposter in Aso Rock, their so-called presidency, the lie Mohammed that always come up and lying with his big mouth and all that. I say shame on you. And those supporting the evil regime of the Zoological Republic, I also say shame on you if you cannot condemn all these atrocities. Mazi, Oscar, Okeke, if we continue to unveil and expose these people and their evil going on, there we will not end up this segment as at when do. But I'm going to cut short my contribution here and give you back the microphone so that my colleague will also make their own contribution. There were Mazi, Oscar, Okeke, you have the microphone. Over to you.
Thank you very much, Maz. Honestly speaking, now you just even come attention. I don't know, we are now so far, even we are running against time, but however, our going to our colleagues now for them to do justice, but I will limit their time, please. According to Maz, please, you will take 3 minutes, and also you give us your own closing remark. Maz, please. You will now talk more, talk a bit on this, and just use 3 minutes and to summarize, and also your closing remark. 3 minutes, please, because we are now running against time. Thank you very much, Maz.
Yes. Thank you, Onisi. Maz Oscar. Thank you very much. Yes, this question concerning about why the presidency are not seeing are not crying out of the banditry in the northern side. Yes, I want to direct that question to those fools that call themselves Northern Elderly Forum or Northern Elder Forum. This question is supposed to go to them. Why are they not crying out for all the taxes bandits are collecting in their place? Because they're collecting tax in their place. Just like my colleague said, for you to collect tax in the place, that means you have conquered that place and imposed tax on them. So that question needs to go for them. They should first of all fight and claim their land first before they talk about East. Because Biafran land is the most peaceful place in Africa to live. We only mind our business. We don't care about other people. We just mind our business, and that's why we are very peaceful people. So my northern elders, or whatever you call yourself, you have to go and stop the banditry, the bandits or terrorists that are collecting tax from your villages, because those tax they are collecting from your villages. Although you people are not the real indigenous of the land. That is why I want to wake up the youth of the indigenous of the land. They need to ask you people question. The youth of the northern region, please, your elders, they are not from your side. Check where they come from. And whatever they are doing is just to kill you and take over your land. That is why you will stand up and defend yourself. And I want to ask our northern governors, why are they so afraid of Janjaweed? Why are they so afraid and even accept to kill their own people? Why can't they emulate from this one governor from US, from Florida? You should use that man as an example and look the way he do. Not every law that come from Biden, he accepts because he cares for his people. If you're so afraid, even if Nigerian government take away your security, you can confine with your people. We will defend you, just like Ngige did before. I don't know why you're so afraid, but whether you like it or not, like I said before, Biafra is going. We are going, and you people will suffer for it. Whatever you do now, you will pay for it. We don't have much time. Just like my colleague says, if you give us time, we can explain from now to next month, and we'll not get tired, because we had enough of this nonsense. We don't have much time. I want to talk to my fellow Biafrans in Biafran land. Please, we should stand up. Like we used to say before, there is time for everything. We have to pay sacrifices, because depending on where you live in Biafran land, if you don't pay sacrifice by adjusting your movement or take cover, you will pay with your life. By now, Nigerians should not be going to work. Why is it that we're shouting, this man is not Buhari, this man is not Buhari, nobody listening? By now, we're supposed to be arresting any uniformed man until they do the needful. They're supposed to hold that man and do DNA tests for him. Let him prove himself. It's just like I am now. Somebody will say, it's not me, I'm dead. I will come out and say, this is me, or whatever you want to do, do it. But they never talk about that one. So no police, no army have right to arrest anybody. If they want to arrest, let them go prove that, get us proof that this man is President Buhari. And that is where all Nigerians should be focusing on. Not every day you go to work, they are tightening, pay sacrifice for once and be free. Pay sacrifice once and be free. Let us hold this man. Every ministry should be closed, even schools, even for a week. Raise banner. We want to see the DNA of this man. Very simple. You want to tell me if it is a civilized country, they will be telling you your presence is not your presence, and he keep quiet. Many proof have come out, many evidences have come out. Still, nobody wants to raise this voice. Nobody wants to talk about this issue. All the bankers, schools must be closed down, and let us see the DNA of this man. His test. If this man is Buhari true, like our leader say, we give up this struggle and look for a structure. Let this man give us the test of DNA to make sure that he is our president, we know. And all of us here are beating about the bush. People are going to work after you shout banditry. Why banditry will not kill you? And you, the northerners, why your elders, so-called your elders, is not fighting against terrorists? Because they are the ones sponsoring them to kill you in your land. That is why I say you should wake up. Go and break their warehouses. They pack money inside their warehouses. Attack their children, those ones that is in Nigeria. That force that you, northern youth, used to do riot against Christians, when they are fooling you, say, Fulani Hausa, Hausa Fulani, Hausa Fulani. That time they are using you people to destroy Christians. Use the same energy to fight for your freedom against these people. Please, we have to wake up. And we Biafran, wherever we are, whatever you are doing, have mind that we have men in the bush. Because they are the reason why we still have mouth to say. They are the reason why you can call your home and somebody from your family will pick your call and attend to your needs. It's because of ESN. We should not forget about that. We should not forget about them. This is not the time to play or the time for pleasure. These people are working very hard to defend me and you, to defend our land, so that wherever you are, after you will come back to your home and still meet your family. So whatever we are doing, even if you are not sure where you want to put your money, make call. IPOB is open. We are not doing secret thing. If you ask for Mazi Chike number for you to verify, they will give you. If you ask for Mazi Oscar Keke numbers for you to verify whatever you want to do, it's open. They are serving public. Their intention is for you to be free and feel free in your land and have a good life. I don't know why we are like this, we Igbos. And you see some of us in social media opening it, taking picture, say we are billionaire. Nonsense billionaire. Just you and your family is feeding well. Then what about your villagers? Yes, please, my fellow Biafran, we have to wake up. Thanks for all our listeners. Please, thanks for all our listeners. And I want to bring greetings from here, Vietnam. We love you, for lovers of freedom, as you love us. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I think we don't have more time again because we are about to, we're now a few minutes to go up from the extended time we was allocated. But I think we're going to cut in here. I will not go into our micros to give their closing remark because we are now almost extending the time. So please, on behalf of cross section of Asia, some Asia national coordinator, not all of us. We are only a few members here. I mean, some of our Asia national coordinator here, not all of them. On behalf of them, we bring greeting to lovers of freedom and lovers of freedom and all IPOB and Biafra in general and lovers of freedom and humanity. We now saying good afternoon, and also our greeting goes back to our leader Mazen Nandekano Ohamadike. He will come out, surely he will come out. And our prayer always go to him, and also our regard to all our HOD, Chike Dozem, and also Deputy Head of the Directorate of State, and all the members of the Directorate of State, and the IPOB principal officers, and our Eastern Security Network. They are doing great work. Please, we must soldier on. We will never relent in work we are doing until Biafra is restored and beyond. You in Biafra motherland, please continue. You're always a night, but surely there will be a morning. No matter how is darkness, there's always a light. So please, soldier on, never relent in this Biafran restoration. Continue and keep on going forward. Biafra must surely be restored. And also, I acknowledge our able presenter, Wachineke. You have been doing exceptional. We say, may Chukwu Okike Abiama continue to repression everything you have lost as a result of this Biafran restoration. Everything you have, your time, your energy, everything devoted in this Biafran restoration, Chukwu Okike Abiama will repression you. I say, continue moving on, continue soldiering on, and all for less of my colleagues. I say, may Chukwu bless all of us. At end, Biafran shall be restored. From here, I am QPSK. We are saying good afternoon to you all. Thank you very much. Maazị Nwachineke. Ndewo.
From the beginning of human history, diabolic people have persistently used God's name to commit heinous atrocities all over the world. Wars become more bloody when religious sentiments are attached. Enemies see each other as abominable infidels that deserve to die. During the Nigeria-Biafra War, atrocities and war crimes were obviously committed, but the international community failed to identify or recognize the ethnic and religious implications. However, the purpose of this work is neither to apportion blames nor criticize anyone, but to preserve history and to let our younger generations who were not born during the struggle know the kind of songs used to boost the morals of the Biafran soldiers.
Gini kam genyunu Umu Biafra. Gini kam genyunu Onye wanyi nyanya mamiye zuroke. Kayi mere ndiro dina mali chuku jide ha zobo ha ona. Kayi mere ndiro dina mali chuku jide ha zobo ha ona. Ae muna wanenjera abireko ifajuna rerani. Ae muna wanenjera wanaputa nuzore wane. Gini kam genyunu Umu Biafra. Gini kam genyunu Onye wanyi nyanya mamiye zuroke. Kayi mere ndiro dina mali chuku jide ha zobo ha ona. Kayi mere ndiro dina mali chuku jide ha zobo ha ona. Umokoribe mu jikerebe nuna yemeje. Umokoribe mu jikerebe nuna yemeje. Beka unu si Biafra. Beka unu neje Biafra yamarapo. Biafra gane bozo gabiri. Biafra gadendo. Take my boots off when I die. Oh Biafra. Take my clothing to the camp. I the lawyer give my gun to someone else to fight for fatherland. Biafra, take my boots off when I die. Ojukubeze na la Biafra. Edere ya na buri. Awolo wo wane ya Yakubu go one. Ewe ikimeri Biafra. Biafra win the war. Amodu Kashelling machine, heavy artillery, bomb and fighter. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge magba egbe nonu. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge magba egbe nonu. Enye mugo wa wanting to ge. Umu Biafra, unekwekwa naka gowa chuno. Unekwekwa naka gowa chuno. Ọchịchị ga-esi n'aka Chukwu bịa onye eze. Anya chọrọ ọchịchị gọwa ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Ọchịchị ga-esi n'aka Chukwu bịa onye eze. Anya chọrọ ọchịchị gọwa ruo mgbe ebighị ebi. Abụ m onye amamihe. Nne m nwanyị rapụkwa m ma bara onwe mami. Onye nwụrụ anwụ were akwụcha kechie ya anya. Omeninyo bakwerieri. Omeninyo bakwerieri. Chineke, ndị na-amaghị Chineke, kere ha. Commando, butere ya commando. Butere ya commando. Butere ya commando. Igbo beri mana ruo Chineke ntị ọ dị megbo Chukwu chibanye. Igbo beri mana ruo Chineke ntị ọ dị megbo Chukwu chibanye. Nwoke mara mma chibanye, ndị ahụ ọnụ chibanye, ọ dị megbo Chukwu chibanye.
Most of the Biafra war songs aimed derogative invectives on the Nigerian government of oligarchy, who directed the killing of innocent Biafran women and children by imposing blockade on Biafra. All human contact with the outside world was cut off. Hence, the Nigerian military junta added hunger to the already existing weapons of mass destruction in their arsenal. Neither food nor medicine were allowed into Biafra. Hence, malnutrition begot kwashiorkor, also known as Harrow-Wilson syndrome.
We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Hey, we are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Ipob Biafra fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. We are Biafrans fighting for our freedom. By the name of Jesus, we shall conquer. Imena Ojukwu imena, imena Ojukwu imena. Agamesoru makibe mule ambush. Werezigbo madisinu bandiro. Imena Ojukwu imena, imena Ojukwu imena, imena Ojukwu imena. Agamesoro makibe mule ambush. Werezigbo madisinu bandiro. Imena Ojukwu imena. Nkume mbebi ebikwe ka m soro n'ime gị. Nkume mbebi ebikwe ka m soro n'ime gị. Biafra la mara mma kwe ka m soro n'ime gị. Nkume mbebi ebikwe ka m soro n'ime gị. O mere na ọma bụ papọ ma jijiji ọma rororo. Nkume mbebi ebikwe ka m soro n'ime gị. Enyi lele, enyi Biafra lala, enyi lele, enyi Biafra lala. Chetekwa n'Ọkigwe setọkwala Biafra. Chetekwa n'Enugu setọkwala Biafra. Chetekwa n'Ọnịcha setọkwala Biafra. Enyi o, enyi o, enyi o, enyi o, enyi, enyi lele, enyi o, enyi o, enyi. Onye mbụzọ ga-abụ onye ikpeazụ. Nna Chukwu ekwena, Nna Chukwu ekwena. Onye mbụzọ ga-abụ onye ikpeazụ. Nna Chukwu ekwena, Nna Chukwu ekwena. Anyị na-aga n'iru, anyị na-aga n'iru. Ịlaghachi azụ bụ ọnwụ. Anyị na-aga n'iru, anyị na-aga n'iru. Ịlaghachi azụ bụ ọnwụ. Nna agbalụmo, afụfụ niile tara n'ụwa na-agbalụmo. Ndị iro niile gburu n'ụwa na-agbalụmo. Nna agbalụmo, afụfụ niile tara n'ụwa na-agbalụmo. Afụfụ niile tara n'ụwa na-agbalụmo. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. My mother, don't you worry. My father, don't you worry. If I happen to die in the battlefield, never mind, we shall meet again. Go and see, Emenamumeye Ojuku. Agamagakuro Ojuku, Iyoya Mwagaro, Ikabuna Muna Mibogi Wemeri. Agamagakuro Ojuku, Iyoya Mwagaro, Ikabuna Muna Mibogi Wemeri. Ebuje, 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 Ebuje. Onya iborokuza ya maiteri kwambo. Onya iborokuza ya maiteri kwambo. Biafra do 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 do. Biafra do 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 do. Nema mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Nama mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Biafra mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Agụ na nu soja mo iwe iwe. Nema mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Nama mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Biafra mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Agụ na nu soja mo iwe iwe. Nema mutana mukwamu soja bino koya. Nama mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Biafra mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Awutata bola nu soja o iwe iwe. Nema mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Nama mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Biafra mutana mukwamu soja bini moya. Agụ na nu soja mo iwe iwe.
The airborne voice of Okokondem of Radio Biafra and other sincere-hearted people all over the world vociferously vented their dislike of the killing of the Biafran children. Russian and Egyptian pilots under the auspices of the Nigerian military junta continued their vicious aerial attack on Biafra, dumping powerful bombs into Biafran schools, churches, markets, refugee camps and hospitals, killing hungry and sick Biafran children. Today, we hear of Armed Forces Remembrance Day